Hey guys, back with frequently asked question that I get a lot is how does a group break work? And I'm going to try to explain that to the people that don't understand. They're actually not too hard, and I'll try to give my best explanation on how they work. I realize most people understand how these work. There's a lot of people that don't, and people have a hard time explaining, so maybe this video will help. First, you have to pick a product and determine cost. This is what the person that's running the group break does. So if you want to get in, this is what they do. They pick a product. In this example, we'll just say it's a baseball product that costs, a case of it costs $1,400. Okay, well there's 30 baseball teams, so they're going to sell 30 spots for the product. Basically, they're going to divvy up how much 14 is divided by 1,400 divided by 30. That's $46.66. They're going to add PayPal fees and shipping/supply cost. In this example, we'll say it's $46.66, $1.50 for shipping. Shipping's kind of cheap, but if you think about most group breaks, unless you're doing some kind of 24-pack deal and shipping all the base and everything, most people, I'd say at least 25 to 30% of the people aren't even going to get a package. They're not even going to get anything from the group break. That's half the gamble of a group break. You get a team, but if none of those cards, no cards are pulled from that break with that team, then you actually paid for a spot and you don't get anything. That's half the gamble of group breaking. But so that's why shipping around $1.50 sounds about fair, because a lot of these breaks, I mean, sometimes only half or so even get something shipped. So, and then $1.70 for PayPal and some supplies, or $1.70 for PayPal, $1.50 for shipping and supplies. So that would come up to about $49.20. So each spot should roughly cost around $49, $49.50, somewhere around there. So the person running the group break collects the $49 from all 30 participants before doing the random, before you figure out what team you get. So once all 30 payments are collected, next we'll be randomizing teams. And I brought that up, so I'll show it to you real fast. You basically go to random.org, and I bring up two different pages, one for the people that got in and one for the baseball teams. And this is how you figure out which team that you will get in the break. And on the left here, I picked some YouTube names. All 30 of these people are on YouTube. And I just picked some names, some random names from all the people on YouTube. And on this side, you will notice there's 30 baseball teams, all 30 in a row. And in this example, we'll say these 30 YouTubers actually bought a spot for $49 and sent the money to me. And now it's time for them to figure out which team they got. Well, we go to random.org, we type in all the people that sent the money, that bought a spot, and we type in all the baseball teams. On this side, we click randomize one time just to mix up all the names. Click. And you'll notice that Purged went to the bottom somewhere, and my user 3007 and Aslan and all them went to the top. Magdorn, Ultimate Darren, Skyler, and all them dudes. So you can see the whole list where everybody just all got jumbled up. By the way, I do this whole process live. Some people shoot videos, which is cool and everything. If you trust someone. But I do all this via live webcam, so you can see 100% this whole process of mixing this stuff up. Because there are some shady people out there that do group breaks, and they could actually do this process 5-10 times in a row before they actually upload the video and make it the way they want to. So that's just one of the reasons I do it live, just to make sure everything's cool. But on this side, once we get the names randomized, we go to the right and we click randomize for the teams. And you'll notice all the teams jumble up. So Kansas City's at the top now, all the way down. So what I do in the second browser is I drag it across and match up the 1 and 1. Like so. So then you can see in this example, my user gets KC, and Ultimate Darren gets the Angels, Trent gets St. Louis. Oh, there we go. Go Wisconsin Football got the Yankees, one of the most sought after teams when you're doing a baseball group break. Long, my buddy in the Philippines, Long 120, got Baltimore, and so on and so on. Trying to see where the Red Sox were just to see who would have luckily got them in this break, but I can't see them. Where did they go? Am I overlooking it? Oh, down there. RBI Crew 7. He got Boston Red Sox. So on and so forth. But anyway, that's how the teams go out. Who did old George get? Purged? You would have got Washington. Good job, buddy. I'm just kidding. But that's basically how you randomize the group breaks. And once you do that, now you know. So in this example, we'll say Thundering 24 got Oakland. When you break the whole case of product that you chose, or if it's boxes, you broke the whole box, all the Oakland Athletic cards you would mail to him, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much how you do a group break in a nutshell. You basically send someone the money. Once it's all done, they do this process. You get your team. They video the whole break. You watch and see if any of those cards in that break were for your team. If they were, you get those cards mailed to you. Pretty simple. My take on group breaks is, some people ask about what do I think about them and stuff. I actually think they're cool. It's a way for people that can't afford to get high-end products, or some people really can't afford to buy a $100 box, and a lot of people consider that a medium end, I guess, now, but or even a $60 box. So you can get someone that does a group break. You can all pitch in $15 a piece or something, and you can have fun just seeing if you get lucky. Like, you hope your team, because any team really can put out a great card. I mean, some people say, oh, this team sucks and never gets anything, but then all of a sudden a one-on-one of that team comes out, and it's like a logo shield or something, and everybody's like, oh my god, I wish I had that team instead of the Yankees. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's really just randomness, luck on what is broke at that time that you're in. So any given team can get anything. Yeah, the Red Sox and the Yankees and all those guys seem to be more loaded than others, so to speak. But yeah, I think they're cool. And some people say, oh, what do you think about people like taking advantage and ripping people off by charging more? But I'll be honest with you, nobody's really ripping anybody off. Actually, no one's ripping anyone off at all when it comes to group breaks. If you see someone doing a group break and they charge a certain amount, and you're like, man, that guy's charging $300 or $400 over what it cost. Well, that's just simple math. You can do that, but no one has to buy into the group break. So if someone buys in, they're not getting ripped off. They understand what they're paying for. So that's the way I see it. It's kind of like anything you buy in life in general. If you go to a store and you see something at a price and you agree to pay for that, you didn't get ripped off. The price is right there in front of you. Even if you found it cheaper way down the road, you know what I mean? I mean, if you agreed to that price at that time, then that's kind of how did you get ripped off? No one put a gun to your head and said, you pay $40 to get in my group break. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's never anyone ripping anyone off. It's basically, if you want in, you buy in. If you don't, then you don't. That's how simple group breaks are when it comes to pricing and stuff. But and like I say, I think they're fun, and a lot of people do a lot of them and stuff, and it allows other people that, like I say, can't afford to directly go out and buy their own boxes. It allows them to buy in and have a shot at a relatively cheap price at pulling something nice for themselves. But understand, when you get in a group break, though, that a lot of times, a lot of people don't get anything, and you're basically pitching in for the people that did get something, and that's just the nature of group breaks. So a lot of people I know, when I did a few, they would if you watch my video group breaks, you notice I kind of do the high end ones. And don't get me wrong, I feel bad when someone pays $250, $275 a spot and they really get a base card. I mean, but I can't determine what comes out of the case. If we did 3 more cases of that exact same product, well, they might have got all the good cards and the other teams might not have. It's just total randomness, and it does suck. I agree. When you pay $200 or $300 to get in a group break, or even $20 or $50 to get in a group break, and when the whole thing's done, you don't get a card. But like I say, that's the gamble of it, so to speak. But that's how you do group breaks. That's my take on group breaks. If anyone has any questions or comments, leave them below. See ya.